Okay, this is exercise A04, module 1, COP 2510. What we need to do in this exercise is modify the previously developed code and try this time, instead of assigning a value ourselves to the variable name, we're going to try to read this value from the user, thus illustrating another statement of the Raptor flowchart language, which is the input statement. So let's go back to our code real fast. This is where we left it, exercise A03 .wrap. We are going to remove this. We are going to remove this assignment to the variable name. Let me get this little glitch here out of the way. We are going to also remove this put statement, this output statement that was just there to illustrate real quick what we can do with a numerical expression. And instead, we are going to select an input box, and we are going to put it. We are going to put it just here between the start and our put output box. Double click on it. This is a window that opens. An input dialog box is going to be always in two parts. Okay, first you need to say, well, what do you want to display on the screen to invite the user to provide you some information. So this is an invite, this is a prompt. For example, I'm going to choose an expression. So this works the same way as an output box. You can choose between text or expression, and my expression will be simply double quote, so it's a string literal. Please enter name. And that's it. The second part is, where do you want to store the value that the user will provide you? Well, I want to store it in the variable name. So I just put the name of the variable. Done. And I'm going to run this program. So here's what happened. When I execute this statement, this input statement, a dialog box opened. Please enter name is what I wanted to be displayed as invite, and I'm free to enter my name. You will notice that, and this is something that is maybe a little confusing about Raptor, you will notice that I enter my name without double quotes around it. Why? Well, in all logic, if I want to provide my program with a string literal, which is accepted and following the syntax we described so far, I should be putting double quotes before and after it, right? Well, here's what happened. Anytime you write a program that reads some input from the user, you are not exposing the internal of your program to that user. You are not going to force that user to follow all the convention of your programming language, okay? So here what happens is that I'm asking the user for a name. The user is going to type a name without double quote. Maybe that user doesn't even know that in a computer program, string literals are surrounded by double quotes. So Raptor is going to do the job of reading this value and converting it for us into a string. So inside of the variable name, as you can see here, I have now the string Alessio, which is properly represented here on this display. When I finally execute the put statement, the output statement, you will see that my output is the string A02, which is correctly formatted here. Let me open this real quick. You can see that yes, I did indeed format the string correctly as a string literal, plus the content of variable name. And content of variable name is going to be the string Alessio. So if I had to write here my string by hand in the code itself, hard code it if you will, I would have put double quote Alessio double quote. However, when the user enters some value, which is a string, this user doesn't have to put the double quotes. So keep that in mind, because this is a very, very common error that everybody that starts programming and starts with Raptor tend to commit. And we are done with this exercise.